15 years of experience. Currently working as a database architect in one of the MNC company. Out of my 15 years of experience, I have 5 years of on-site experience. I worked in a UK for the different reputed customers. I have a experience in different database technologies like Microsoft database and then data warehouse technologies, Oracle, Teradata, and then Snowflake. So this is my high level technical knowledge in complete 15 years of experience. Along with that industrial experience, organizational experience, I also equally have the teaching experience also. So this is my high level experience, my experience. Then let's move into Snowflake. So what is a Snowflake? I am sharing my screen. Just confirm me you are able to see the now.
Yes. Yes, it's visible.
You are able to see the screen, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So, see Snowflake. Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse, which is not a traditional data warehouse. I will tell you the difference. Very clear. What is the difference between the cloud data warehouse and then traditional data warehouse? Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of anyone three cloud providers. Those three cloud providers are AWS, Azure, and then GCP. I'm repeating once again. Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of three cloud providers. What is the meaning of cloud provider instead of traditional? What is the meaning of cloud data warehouse instead of a traditional data warehouse? I will explain you. Cloud data warehouse nothing but a, for this data warehouse you will not be having any physical setup. You will not be having any physical setup. To work with your Snowflake cloud data warehouse, you will just log in through your internet, so that we can call it as a cloud data warehouse. I am telling once again, what is the meaning of cloud data warehouse? Nothing but a, unlike a traditional data warehouse, you will not be having any physical setup for your cloud data warehouse. Just you can log in through your internet or web interface and then start looking into your Snowflake. While creation of your Snowflake account or while taking a subscription of Snowflake account from the Snowflake company, they will provide you with three options on which cloud provider you need to use, to take the subscription of Snowflake. While creating your Snowflake account, you need to select any one. So based on your requirement, you need to select the any one cloud provider, either AWS, either Azure, either GCP. So on top of this any one cloud provider, so this your Snowflake has built. Why this Snowflake has built on top of this cloud provider means you will be using the anyone this cloud provider to take the data from that cloud provider, your source data from that cloud provider, and then load the data into Snowflake. Suppose let's consider Vamshi has explained his requirement is he has the data in the Oracle source system, he need to load the data into Snowflake. So in that scenario, the Snowflake is providing you to load your entire source data into your CSV files, and then load those CSV files into any one cloud provider. I am using a AWS with the Snowflake combination. So I can extract entire data from the Oracle system, load that entire source data into our CSV files, and then load those CSV files into one second. This is the Oracle source system. This is source. This is source. Fine. He need to load the data into a Snowflake target system. He need to load the target system. As he has the requirement to load the data from Oracle system to Snowflake, directly he can't able to load the data into a Snowflake. Either he need to connect any ETL tool, either he need to load the data into cloud providers. So what are those cloud providers? Tell me. Either he need to load the he need to load the data into a Snowflake using ETL tool. Either he need to load the data into any one of cloud providers. What are all those cloud providers? Tell me. I just explained. AWS, Azure, and then GCP. So from this cloud providers, anyone cloud providers, he can able to load the data into Snowflake. So that this Snowflake has built on top of anyone these cloud providers. I am repeating once again. Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse. I told you what is the meaning of the cloud data warehouse, which is built on any one cloud provider. Why they have built the Snowflake on cloud provider, I have explained you. Either the Oracle system data can be load the data into a Snowflake, or else. So there is no direct connectivity between the Oracle source system to Snowflake. Either you need to connect to the ETL and then load the data into your Snowflake. Second thing, extract the data into your source files, CSV files, load those CSV files into any one cloud provider, and then load those files into Snowflake. So that's why I can say Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on three cloud providers. So those are the AWS or Azure or GCP. And also Snowflake can be called as a software as a service. So we can call it as a SaaS, software as a service. This Snowflake itself behave like a software for your different requirements, so that you can call it as a software as a service. It will provide the different services. This Snowflake cloud data warehouse itself is software, and then it will provide the different services to your organization. So based on the requirement. So either you can able to do a application development, you can able to do a business intelligence, you can able to do a data engineering, you can able to do a data analytics, and you can able to generate the reports on top of your Snowflake also based on the requirement. So as you have a n number of requirements into your project, so you can able to load the huge volume of data into your Snowflake. This Snowflake has some very much advantage comparing to the traditional data warehouse, so that you can able to process the data very fastly in a Snowflake environment compared to traditional data warehouse. I will tell you what is the difference between the what is the difference between the cloud data warehouse and then what is the difference between the traditional data warehouse. See, in traditional data warehouse, suppose if I give a example SQL Server data warehouse as a traditional data warehouse, I can call it as a on-prem data warehouse. On-prem data warehouse or a traditional data warehouse, to maintain your database, you will be having the to maintain your data warehouse, you will be having the n number of physical setup. You need to buy your physical servers. You need to buy your hardware servers and RAM and the number of CPUs, and also you need to buy a SQL Server software, and then you need to host data centers. So you need to build everything in your physical servers to maintain your SQL Server database. We need a n number of database administrators to maintain your hardware systems. We need a network engineers to make a up and run of all this your SQL Server on-prem data warehouse. You need a n number of DBS. You need a n number of hardware engineers. And also to load the data and then to store the data, you need to buy a physical hard disk. And to execute or to process your data, you need to have your motherboard and then your RAM also. So to maintain your on-prem servers, you need to buy and then build and then maintain all these things. You need to have a many things to consider here in case of a physical server. In case of cloud data warehouse, you don't need to buy anything. You don't need to maintain anything. Zero maintenance. On behalf of your organization or on behalf of you, Snowflake will take care entire thing. Nothing but, suppose let's consider in your on-prem servers, your hard disk capacity is around 10 TB. The 11 TB data is processing. The 1 TB is the shortage in your hard disk means then data processing will be stopped. Data processing will be stopped, and then your jobs will be failed. Your ETL daily batch jobs will be running in your data warehouse. So your ETL daily batch jobs are processing huge data in your traditional data warehouse. The hard disk is not sufficient, then the jobs will be failed, and then the jobs will be stopped to process the data. So that is one of the drawback. And also at the same time, while processing a data, while processing a huge, see, data warehouse nothing but you are processing a huge volume of data. So you have a OLTP system, you have a OLAP system. In OLTP system, you are going to process the live data. So that OLTP system require that much of not big configuration. Your OLAP system, online analytical processing system. So your data warehouse require a huge data. Your OLAP system is processing a huge data and then delivering a huge data, processing huge data, so that the OLAP system requires a huge configurations. If the configuration is not sufficient in your server, then your data will not process and your jobs will not run, and then jobs will fail in between. To overcome all these things, to overcome all these challenges, Snowflake has a beautiful concept like you no need to buy any hardware configurations, you no need to buy any physical servers, you no need to buy any hard disks, you no need to buy any RAM or any hardware resources. And also the Snowflake required a zero maintenance. There are no n number of database administrators, there are no n number of hardware engineers. On behalf of your organization or on behalf of you, your things Snowflake will take care. Let's example. Today you are processing around 4 TB daily. You are processing around 4 TB of data into your Snowflake cloud data warehouse. Unfortunately, tomorrow you are processing around 8 TB of data into your Snowflake cloud data warehouse. Irrespective of your size of your data volume, irrespective of your number of users are connected to your Snowflake system, and irrespective of workloads you are submitting to your Snowflake, irrespective of IO request you are submitting to your Snowflake, entire thing on behalf of your organization or you, the Snowflake will take care your hardware configurations and then your storage system. Automatically, based on the requirement, based on the users, based on the IO request, automatically its capacity will be expanded automatically. It will calculate that how much data I am going to process, how much data I have received today. So based on that, the storage capacity and then hardware capacity, automatically it will expand and then it will process the data and then it will deliver the data. It will deliver the data. Suppose if you are processing 4 TB of data today, if you are processing 8 TB of data tomorrow, and then if you are processing 2 TB of data day after tomorrow, so based on the requirement, today 100 users are connecting, tomorrow 200 users are connecting, tomorrow 50 users are connecting, and then they are submitting a huge IO request, huge workloads to your Snowflake. So based on all these workloads, based on all your huge volume of data, automatically the Snowflake inbuilt architecture will calculate and then it will expand and it will provide the its storage capacity and then its hardware capacity to process all your requests, to process all your data and to deliver the data to the end users. So that we have a very good architecture, very good features, very good advantages we have in a Snowflake comparing to our traditional data warehouse. Comparing to our traditional data warehouse. So that I can call it as a Snowflake. Snowflake is a software as a service. See, I mentioned here there is no hardware to install, configure, or manage the servers. There is virtually no software to install, configure, manage. Ongoing maintenance, management, and upgrades and tuning are handled by Snowflake. Entire thing on behalf of your organization, your Snowflake will take care everything, guys. Your Snowflake will take care of everything. It will increase its storage capacity. It will increase its hardware capacity. It will increase automatically see tuning also, unlike your SQL. So suppose if you have a very good SQL code, if your SQL code is taking a too much time to return the data, you need to tune that SQL code and then you need to optimize that SQL code and then execute the code. Here inbuilt everything the data storage and the data and everything will be they have provided in optimized way. You no need to take care many things from your end. You no need to take care many things from your. Automatically they have provided the architecture like this. Whatever you are processing, whatever you are delivering the data, you will get in a very fast manner. In a very fast manner. So this is about what is the definition and then what is the difference between the what is the difference between the traditional data warehouse and then cloud data warehouse. Then you can ask me, guys, if you have any doubts in understanding of the definition of Snowflake and then difference between the traditional data warehouse and the Snowflake data warehouse. Just you can ask me if you have any doubts in these 2 points. If you don't have any questions, then we proceed further. Guys, fine. I can take it as a silence, as a you are understanding very well. Then we'll proceed with the next point. Features are available in the Snowflake. In a high level, I am going to discuss the few great features which are available in the Snowflake. So first one is great performance and then scalability. How this Snowflake is having a great performance? What is the meaning of that scalability? Great performance, nothing but a in Snowflake. Can you mute, guys? I'm able to hear you a background noise. Fine, yeah. Great performance, nothing but a in a Snowflake, the storage component and then hardware component they have separated. They are working separately. There is no dependency between the one component on another component. Let's say example, in our traditional data warehouse, suppose if you provide one SQL query to your data warehouse, parallelly your storage component and then your hardware resources parallelly they are working and then they will execute the SQL query and then it will bring the data for you. Data warehouse in Snowflake, they have separated the hard disk is the separate component and then hardware resources are separate component. There is no dependency between the one component to other component. So what will happen when you submit a IO request to your Snowflake? Each individual component will be working separately. There is no dependency between the one component to other component. What will happen as there is no dependency between the each component, so they will perform a independently, so that they can able to process your request as much as fast, so that you can able to see the great performance. And what about the scalability means? So this is the one of the important point in your Snowflake and the great future. Suppose let's consider you are using a Snowflake for 1 week. Out of this 1 week, Saturday and then Sunday is not going to use. You are using only a till Monday to Friday. So what the Snowflake company will do, as you are using only from Monday to Friday, then the Snowflake company is going to charge on your organization only from Monday to Friday only. It is not going to, company is not going to charge on your organization for Saturday and then Sunday, as you are not using the servers on Saturday and then Sunday. So you are going to pay whatever you are using. Suppose let's consider out of the 24 hours, if you are using only 8 hours your Snowflake environment, then you are going to pay only for 8 hours, not for the 24 hours. If you are not using continuously 10 minutes or 20 minutes, this is a defined time. 10 minutes or 10 minutes continuously, automatically the Snowflake will be going to a suspension mode. Suspension mode means it will not be in the active mode. It will not be in the active. When it goes to suspension mode, then Snowflake company will start to charge on you. When you restart the session, automatically it will become a active mode. Automatically it will become a active mode. So that it has the great feature. Scalability means it will go into a auto suspension mode and then it will go into a auto resume mode. When it goes to a auto suspension mode, the Snowflake company will not charge on your organization. See, in your SQL Server data warehouse, you need to run, you need to by well in advance all your hardware configurations and the data centers. If you want to stop your servers, you need to stop them manually, and always until you stop the servers, always it will be up and down all the servers. In case of a Snowflake, there is no need to manual intervention. If you are not going to use continuously for 10 or 20 minutes, automatically the session will go into a Snowflake environment will go into suspension mode. So this is the beauty of your Snowflake. It will save the cost to your organization. When the session is going to into a auto suspension mode, then you are going to save the cost to your organization. You are going to see the organization. What about next part? Zero management. Zero management thing, but here, as I mentioned earlier, instead of your organization, everything it will take care of. See, I told you one of the point, auto suspension mode, auto resume. You don't need to do anything. If you are not using continuously for 10 minutes, automatically it will go into suspension mode. You are not doing anything. And again, when you log into your Snowflake, automatically it will go into auto resume mode, then your session will start. You are not doing anything on behalf of you, your Snowflake company is doing. Fine. Next, I mentioned storage component and then hardware component. If you process today is 2 dB, tomorrow is 4 TB. So based on your data volume, based on your use volume of data, automatically your Snowflake company will expand your storage component. You are not expanding your storage component or hard disk. Automatically based on the data, the Snowflake architect they have designed like that. It will calculate and it will expand its storage capacity and the hardware capacity. You are not doing anything. So you can call it as a zero management. What about this convenient pricing? I told you, so you are going to pay what you have used only. That's it. You are not going to pay for the entire year or entire month or entire week or entire quarter or entire day. In the day, if you used only a 1 hour, then you are going to pay for only 1 hour only. You are not going to pay for the 24 hours. So virtual compute warehouse, which is a hardware resources to your Snowflake. This is a very much important and very big concept in Snowflake that I will explain you. as part of our regular session. I will explain you as part of our regular session. This is a very much important concept. Virtual warehouse. This is a hardware resources to your Snowflake. So next, recover Snowflake object using on-drop. So this is a very much important concept in the topic in the Snowflake. What is this on-drop? Suppose this concern, guys, in your SQL Server data warehouse, unfortunately, database or a table is dropped. What you will do? Unfortunately, suppose you have a customer table or else a customer database, user-defined database you have in your SQL Server. Unfortunately, if it is deleted, what you need to do? You need to go back to you need to search for the n number of backups and identify the latest backup device, and then you need to restore that. Then only you will get the table. So to do all these things, to avoid all these things, we have an unwrap statement. Just using that unwrap statement, you can bring back that object. Cloning. Suppose if you want to perform some activities, in your dev environment or else in QA environment, you want a copy of the production. You want to copy of the production database. In case of your regular traditional database, you will take a backup and restore. So here, no need to take the backup and restore. Just you can clone. You can clone the copy of your database using clone mode. That's it. You don't need to do anything. Semi-structured data. Apart from your traditional data, your Snowflake will process the JSON and then XML data also. Next, time travel concept. What is this time travel? Suppose let's consider, guys, you have a customer table. Out of this customer table, you have 100 records in your customer table. Out of 100 records, 10 records are deleted from the customer table. Unfortunately, you have done the deletion on the customer table. If you want to bring back the 10 records using the time travel concept, you can able to bring back those 10 records and then restore it to your table. So here is in Snowflake will maintain the history of your table. So from the history, you can bring those 10 records and then restore into your customer table. So we will discuss each and every point, whatever I mentioned here, all the features we are going to discuss in further class in detail. So next, this is the streams and then tasks. The streams nothing but to load the incremental data. Tasks nothing but to schedule your SQL statement. Suppose if you want to schedule your stored process to execute a daily at 10 a.m. So you can able to create a one task and then you can able to schedule that stored process to execute daily at 10 a.m. Data sharing. See, this is the one of the great feature in Snowflake. Instead of sharing a data in your sheets or in shared drive, just you can able to provide the access on your table. Suppose you have a Snowflake table. If you provide me access that table to me, then I can able to access that table in my environment instead of providing a data in your Excel sheets or in shared drive. This is the next. Snowpipe is one of the great feature in Snowflake. Whenever the data is loaded into cloud provider like AWS or Amazon or else in GCP, automatically data will be loaded into your Snowflake. By creating a Snowpipe, you can able to directly auto ingest the data into your Snowflake from your any one cloud provider. So these are very high level features about the Snowflake features. We are going to see all these features in and then we are going to create everything as part of our regular session. So what about the course content? So as part of the course, I am going to focus entire all the Snowflake subjects core concepts. As I mentioned here, from you have a data in your cloud product and bring the data from the cloud and then load the data into Snowflake. And also while loading a data, we have to maintain we are going to like successful records into one target table and then target records in another. So we are going to have a number of transformations, a number of controls we do. So whatever we need 2,000 responsibility, anything I am going to provide a part of the close and I am going to give a answer like examples only. I am going to share end of the session. So once you get all these topics, this more enough to snowflake as a snowflake. This prerequisite for this course is if you have a SQL knowledge, then it will be added. If you have SQL knowledge, then it will be added. If you don't have SQL knowledge as part of the course, then I will train the SQL basic knowledge also. I am targeting in 30 years. What we need while migrating a data, migrating a objects, migrating a code into a Snowflake, everything will cover into as part of this course. So whatever you will see, all the topics like Snowflake, tasks and streams, and then cloning. So fill up things that is more than as Snowflake. So this is the next content. Apart from this content, apart from this course, I will give you n number of questions, n interview questions after completion each and every topic. What are all the interview questions in the market on each and every topic? I will be providing almost what are questions you will get on each and every interviews along with the answers. Apart from the preparation, I will also you to prepare the resume. Omshi mentioned he is working on the mention system to Snowflake. So to match the set of requirement resume. So apart from this, we will also need to prepare the resume, and then I will also try to provide some on the project also. How do you gather the project? How you work the project? How to explain the interviews? So everything is part of the we are providing. So this is about the course content. Next, some general. So how about the demand market on this developer? See, as I mentioned, nowadays projects and traditional system, cloud system, Snowflake is very much demand, and they are paying very good package comparing to other system. Really, if you are very good at Snowflake, you get suppose let's consider you have around 8, out of which minimum to minimum you get around 20 to 25 package on your Snowflake profile. But only thing is you have to be very commanding on the Snowflake subject. So what are the certifications you have? Snow Pro certification and then Snow Pro advanced certifications you have. Once you complete, you can able to target certification. So what the responsibility of Snowflake development? So you are going to work on the migration and then you are going to work on the development projects. What is the migration project? What is the development projects? We will discuss as of our regular course, as part of our course. And once you complete the course, you can apply for all these jobs as a software developer, as a software engineer, cloud data engineer, data analyst, data scientist. This administrator architect is that is different. Not be covered in your course. So this is our high-level discussion on Snowflake and what is the difference between the traditional and then cloud data warehouse, and what are the some great features available in the market, what is the post and some directions. Now you can ask me. This is your any.
Okay. So I am looking for some certification. So I think will be helpful on the certification for this.
Yes. This once you comfortable on all the topics, you can address no problem.
Okay.
Also, Shekhar, you mentioned core and advanced slide. Is there any difference between the topics in advanced one, or else we'll be having some depth in advanced? The Snowflake core certificate and advanced, right?
Yeah. That is we have a difference, right? Core certifications, course is what I'm going to discuss as part of the course. You can focus on the the Snow Pro certificate. So once you get your industrial experience on Snowflake, then so you attempt a advanced certification.
Yeah. That's there is no difference. We'll be having the in-depth questions in the advanced. Right?
Correct.
And should we have any programming language to learn this Snowflake?
That's what I told you. No, if you are on SQL, then it will be added into it.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Any other questions, guys?
We should write the procedures like in SQL, write the procedures and
Yes.
shall we write here also for the
Yes. Obviously,
So SQL will be there in the Snowflake also.
they have divided like that. So there is no PL SQL like this in Snowflake. But you can able to create functions and then store process also in Snowflake.
Which is compatible like say JavaScript or Python, we can write Spark and C.
But I can explain on. I have a SQL version of the Snowflake. I can explain on SQL Snowflake.
Okay.
Just a question, Shekhar. So, do we have any batches starting 6 o'clock?
Yeah, it will start soon.
AM with 6 o'clock?
After 1 week or 10 days.
Like we can use write ETL method in where will then do you have any?
As of now, I don't have the budget. I can make a and inform you. Fine.
Shekhar, I think most of migrating from Oracle migrating to
Yes, if you are looking at you see here two things. First create a project. In that scenario, idiom. But if something has loaded on top of your located, loaded the you say that still you are consider the file. So you can I am not in the data loading, but I'm not in the migration.
so if you don't know the right? Yeah. And present right so only this was in the marketing industry.
That's in the industry. So there are multiple teams are working on the you take care anything. I'm working on project like that, code into a system. I know Italian.
Okay, sure.
Anyway,
You told me we'll be using SQL for writing the functions. Is it like if we use similar language that would be better, or
yeah, some other projects are in JavaScript and Python also. But my question will be in the SQL Snowflake. Anyone is enough. So you will not be in the knowledge and like so I'm covering on all the things.
yeah.
Any other questions? If you don't answer, then we'll wind up session and we'll do same 7 a.m. tomorrow. Fine.
Yes, Shekhar.
Yes. Thank you.
That's fine. We will meet tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, Shekhar.
Yeah, bye.